It's hard to believe that Marvel Rivals, the launch, December 6th, is nearly upon us. As I make this video at 9:09 p.m. at night, it is December the 3rd, and a lot of this goes live in 2 days. In fact, we have the Marvel Rivals launch times for all around the world. So I'll be able to tell you when we go live on Thursday, because that's when we'll be able to play the game here in Canada land. We'll be able to do it Thursday, but where are you out in the world? Let's see where you might be. Now, I'm just blown away by the sheer amount of cities, countries, locations that will have access to this game. This is going to be a massive, massive release. So if you are, say, in Amsterdam, and I want to go to Amsterdam, trust me on that. If you're in Amsterdam, Friday at 1 a.m. is your day. If you're in Anchorage, Alaska, like my good buddy Giselle, if you're in Anchorage, Alaska, you're looking at 3 p.m. on Thursday. And of course, this is all local times for those people. If you're in Athens, Greece, if you're worshiping Zeus, you can play the game at Friday at 2 a.m. If you're in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the WCW, you can play on Thursday night at 7 o'clock p.m. If you're in Baghdad, if you're in Baghdad, Iraq, you probably can't play the game because you probably don't have electricity. No, I'm just kidding. You can play the game Friday, 3 a.m. If you are in Berlin, Germany, you are looking at Friday at 1 a.m. If you're in Boston, Massachusetts, as my good friend Courtney is, you can play the game on Thursday night at 7 p.m. If you're in Brussels, you're looking at 1 a.m. Friday night. If you're in Budapest, remember what happened in Budapest, Hawkeye? If you're in Budapest, you can play the game Friday at 1 a.m. If you're in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, home of the Hitman and home of my actual brother, you can play the game. Little B, my nephew, he can play the game on Thursday, 5 p.m. This is great, guys. If you're in Cape Town, South Africa, you're looking at Friday at 2 a.m. Of course, I'm not reading all these spots, but we're going to go over some of the major ones. If you're in Chicago, home of CM Punk, you can play the game at 6 p.m. If you're in Dallas, Texas, man, if you're hanging near or around Mr. Ben Dunn, you can play the game at 6 p.m. If you're in Detroit, Michigan, home of Eminem, you can play the game at 7 o'clock Thursday night. Man, that's great. If you're in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, home of the greatest hockey team, the Edmonton Oilers, Wayne Gretzky, you can play the game 5 p.m. Thursday. If you're in Frankfurt, you can play it Friday at 1 a.m. If you're in Halifax, Nova Scotia, right here on the east coast of Canada, that's a 3-hour drive away from me, so that's my time zone. I get to play this game Thursday night, so 2 nights from now. Basically, less than 48 hours, I will be playing Marvel Rivals for your enjoyment and mine at 8 p.m. Thursday night. If you're in Hong Kong, you are playing a Friday morning at 8 a.m. If you're in Houston, you are playing Thursday at 6 p.m. Guys, this is great, man. Everywhere in the world is basically being represented here for Marvel Rivals. If you are in Las Vegas, like my good buddy Gage the Wolf, you can play at 4 p.m. on Thursday. That's going to be great. If you're in London, man, London, England, if you're across the pond, you can play at Friday as the clock strikes midnight. If you're in Los Angeles, you can play at 4 p.m. If you are in Mexico City, you can play at Thursday at 6 p.m. If you're in Minneapolis, you can play at Thursday at 6 p.m. And if you're in Miami, Vice City, Miami, GTA, you can play at Thursday at 7 p.m. If you're in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, if you are just just west of me, you can play Thursday at 7 p.m. Guys, I'm so excited for this game. We got a lot more news to drop. We're just going over the start times here on its own video. And then I'm going to be dropping a video shortly after about how you can download the game right now. Right now on Steam. We'll be talking about that here in a little bit. If you're in Philadelphia, you can play the game Thursday night, 7 p.m. If you're in Phoenix, Arizona, where Jesse James Comics is, you can play it Thursday night, 5. Man, let's go over just a few more places. If you are in Rome, Italy, home of the Empire, you can play it Friday at 1 a.m. Salt Lake City, Utah. If you're near Tyler Carpenter, you can play at 5 p.m. Thursday. San Francisco, guys, you guys get to be able to play at 4 p.m. Thursday. If you are in Seattle, Washington, maybe close to downtown Warren Brown, you can play it Thursday at 4 o'clock. If you're in Seoul, Korea, not under martial law, you can play it Friday at 9 a.m. And I bet you they'll all be playing. If you're in St. John's, Newfoundland, by Lord Thunder and Jesus, by. If you're in St. John's, Newfoundland, you can play, and you have the latest, oh, not actually the latest time slot, one of them. You can play it Thursday at 8:30 p.m. God damn it, Gene, get your game on. If you're in Sydney, Australia, you're playing it Friday at 11 a.m. If you're in Tokyo, Japan, birthplace of Nyobi Lee, you can play it Friday at 9 a.m. And if you're in Vancouver, Canada, way on the West Coast, you're playing at 4. And if you're in Toronto, you're playing at 7 Thursday. If you're in Washington, D.C., you are playing Thursday night at 7 o'clock. If you're in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and I don't know who really is there, you are playing at 6 p.m. Thursday, guys. Everything is ready to go. You can download the game now if you got Steam. They're releasing lots of new information. More information's coming out by the second. And what you want to do is you want to stay tuned to this channel for all your Marvel Rival news, exciting announcements, and more with an actual comic book creator, me, LP, the writer and creator of hit comic books Nyobi and Savage Sin, out on comic book shelves. Go pick up your copies. Come to our eBay. And stay tuned for a word from my sponsor. And just who is the sponsor of today's video? Well, it's me, Austin. It's been me all along. And guys, I just want to quickly point out that I too am a comic book creator. I just don't speak it. I produce it, right? It's like put your money where your mouth is. We do that each and every time we have a release. I've been doing this now for a decade. We're published. We're in comic book shops. And we're on eBay. So if you ever want to check out Nyobi and you haven't yet, one of the best ways to do that is to come by our eBay store. Take a little scroll through here. If you type in Nyobicomics, you'll find it. Of course, link will be in the description of the video. I have all kinds of great back issues and hard to find variants here from artists that you know and love like Jamie Tyndall, Elsie Frita, Steph Wilson, Paul Green, John Stinsman of Evangeline fame, Keith Garvey, and so many more, guys. If you're missing out on some Nyobi back issues, if you're looking for that hard-to-find variant, chances are you're going to find the best deal right here on eBay, and chances are you're going to find that deal directly through me. And as always, if you do order a book from me, I'll throw in a little extra goodies in there, a little tchotchke package of stickers and bookmarks and cards. Oh, my. You'll have all that. Plus, you can have your book signed or unsigned. That is up to you. And keep an eye on this page because I do update it fairly frequently with new items all the time. As something sells, I will put it back up. So, guys, today's sponsor, Nyobicomics, the eBay store. Come check it out.